What's going on, everyone? Matt here for the Matt Film Show. If you guys are new here, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into today's video. And in today, I'm going to be giving you guys a brand new video discussing my review on The Bad Guys 2. This is a movie that is produced by DreamWorks Animation and is distributed by Universal Pictures. The premise is the titular characters have embraced a life of goodness and expectedly forced back into a life of crime when a formidable all-female team of criminals known as the Bad Girls enlist them for one last job. The forces of the original Bad Guys to grapple with the newfound mortality and the altar of their former lives while navigating a complex heist alongside the new adversaries. The movie stars Anthony Ramos as Mr. Piranha, Sam Rockwell as Mr. Wolf, Danielle Brooks as Kitty Cat, Maria Bakalova as Pigtail, Aquafina as Miss Tarantula, Sassy Beats as Diane Foxington. The movie is produced by DreamWorks Animation and is distributed by Universal Pictures. I really enjoyed the first Bad Guys. The first one took me out of surprise. I remember when I went to go watch The Bad Guys, did not know nothing of it, did not know what the movie was going to be about, what the movie was. I just randomly went to go watch it. And I came out loving it. Then I found out that The Bad Guys was based on a book, which I never knew that The Bad Guys was based on a book. You know what I mean? I kind of thought that Bad Guys was just its own original IP, original idea. There's a lot of movies that have come out that I think that are original IP, that are based on a book, that are based on a TV series, that's based on all this stuff. And I come out and find out, that they're based on all this stuff. They're not really original IP. But that, it didn't bother me. What I loved about it is I really enjoyed The Bad Guys. The first Bad Guys came out, I think, like 4 years ago. And I came out loving it. I loved that movie. I loved Mr. Wolf, Tarantula, the Shark, the Piranha. All those group of characters were lovable and watchable, were lovable and enjoyable. And just the first movie, boom, took me out of surprise because I did not know what I could expect from The Bad Guys. And I really, really enjoyed the first movie. And so when the sequel was announced, I was pretty much excited because how much I loved the first one. I was looking forward for this movie. And this movie was a good sequel in a sense. They did do a good job continuing the story from the first one. Now there's Bad Guys. Now they're kind of, I guess, good now because now there's three group of girls called the Bad Girls now. Now to introduce the Bad Girls. The first one has the Bad Guys, now this one has the Bad Girls. And this one, it continues that same formula of the first one. Like the first one's kind of like about heist and all that. So it kind of have a similar formula here in this sequel. DreamWorks Animation keeps killing it with not only with their sequels and going forward, but they really keep killing it in a sense of to keep making movies, great movies every year. Every year I've been in love with more DreamWorks movies than I've been with Disney. I'm a big Disney fan. I love Disney. I look forward to all the Disney animated films. I look forward to all the Pixar films. But if I'm being straight up honest, even though I'm a big Disney fan, I love Disney animation, love the Disney live action stuff, and love the Pixar films, I would admit that as a big fan of Disney, that DreamWorks has been dethroning Disney year by year these last couple of years. I believe the same year that the Bad Guys came out was when they released Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I loved that movie. I didn't think that when they announced that they were going to bring back Puss in Boots, I didn't think that we needed another Puss in Boots. I just never thought, but I turned out loving Puss in Boots 2, the Puss in Boots Last Wish. Kung Fu Panda 4 that came out last year, I reviewed on my channel, took me out of surprise because I didn't even think that we needed another Kung Fu Panda. I kind of thought that Kung Fu Panda was over. And I loved Kung Fu Panda 4, and I'm excited for Kung Fu Panda 5. You know what I mean? I would think that we need another Kung Fu Panda, but you know what I mean? I enjoyed the fourth one. Um, what was the other one that came out? The Wild Robot. I was gonna say the giant robot. The Wild Robot came out last year. I reviewed it. I love that movie. Very lovable movie. Very emotional movie. Love the animation style. The animation style that the DreamWorks have been having with the baddie guys, with Wild Robot, with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. They're continuing this great animation style that they have. Even had a great animation style for Kung Fu Panda 4, right? And so these last couple of years, DreamWorks has just been making not only sequels, but like the bad guys and all that, or original IP like the Wild Robot, which I believe was based on a book as well. Great, fantastically well-made animated films that I think everybody could enjoy. And Disney has been lacking on it, right? There's been hits or miss with Disney, right? But with DreamWorks, hit after hit after hit after hit. You know what I mean? And so I am very, very pleased with DreamWorks and been looking forward every year for those animated films from DreamWorks. You know what I mean? I believe next year we're getting Shrek 5. Didn't think that we needed another Shrek. And to be honest, I'm not the biggest Shrek fan. I like Shrek and I enjoy it. If Shrek's on, I love watching Shrek and I will love watching Shrek, but I'm not the biggest Shrek fan. But I'm not going to lie to you. I am very excited for Shrek 5. I really am. And you know, they're coming out with a donkey movie. I think that them doing Puss in Boots was not a great idea. You know what I mean? How you gonna make a movie about just Puss in Boots? And the first Puss in Boots movie was enjoyable. I enjoyed it, but obviously the second one is way better and more enjoyable with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And because of that success, they're making a movie about Donkey, right? I think the Donkey's supposed to come out in 2028. So in 3 years from now, we're getting the Donkey movie. Thought that, you know, they announced a Donkey movie, you know what I mean? In my head, I think that's kind of like a dumb idea, because what are you going to do with a Donkey movie? And I said the same thing with Puss in Boots, and I enjoyed Puss in Boots. And I do not know if they're going to make a third one. I hope they do, because the second one was an amazing movie. I loved the second one. I would hope that they do a third Puss in Boots movie. So I'm very excited for Donkey, the Donkey movie. Even though I think that was a stupid idea to make a Donkey movie, because you can make a movie about Donkey. But you know what I mean? With the success of Puss in Boots, I'm totally down for a Donkey movie. But anyway, we're here talking about the bad guys too. They continue with the heist stuff. They continue with everything that you loved about the first one. I think you'll love it even more. All the voice cast returns. Sam Rockwell's great in this one, like how he was great in the first one. Aquafina, you know what I mean, does a lot of voice roles. This last couple of years, you know, she was in the MCU as Katie in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and she was great in that one. You know, I mean, she was also in Kung Fu Panda 4, the little fox, right? The little fox in Kung Fu Panda 4, where Po had to train her, remember? And I forgot her name, but she did a great voice job there, and I loved her voice job in the first Bad Guys, and obviously she's back here with the Bad Guys too. I do love the group of characters of the villains that they chose, the bad girls. You know, you got Kitty Cat and voiced by Danielle Brooks. You have Pigtail, voiced by Maria Bakalova, and you have Diane Foxington, voiced by Zazie Beetz. Those group of characters, the villains of those now, were a great group of characters. Glad to see a lot of, would say, female recognition here. You know what I mean? With the female villains now. You know what I mean? Now there were bad guys, right? Wolf, Tarantula, the Shark, Mr. Piranha. They were all bad guys. Now here they're I would say good guys now, because now there's the bad girls. Now they have to go after the bad girls now. And I thought the bad girls were a great addition to this franchise, great addition to these characters, guys. I really enjoyed those characters when they were joined in. I really enjoyed it, and this movie was able to bring everything that I loved about the first one, or you loved about the first one. You're able to love this movie even more and this franchise even more, and fall in love with more of these characters even more. So I really enjoyed these characters. Really enjoyed the addition of the bad girls. I thought that they did a great job with the addition here. You know what I mean? I love seeing these characters again. I loved Mr. Wolf from, like I said, from the first one, the Piranha, Miss Tarantula, Mr. Piranha, Mr. Tarantula, Mr. Wolf. I love those characters from the first one, and loved seeing them again, you know, because I loved the first one, loved those group of characters, loved those characters, enjoyed the first movie, and so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing them again here, and wanted to see what they're going to do now. And now they're bad guys, now they're good guys. Now they're going to go after the bad girls, which I thought was a neat addition to this. And so it was able to bring what I loved about the first movie. They were able to bring it here, make this movie franchise even better, and I very excited for this franchise, because I want to see a third one. I really do. I think this is a great start to this franchise. That they did a great start with the first one. I think they did a great job, a continuation with the sequel, and I want to see more of Mr. Wolf, the Tarantula, right? The Shark, and the bad girls, and see where they go next for a potential third film. I love the heist stuff here, the locations that they go to, very nice locations. Love the heist aspect of this. You know what I mean? And this movie in general was very enjoyable, like the first one. I kind of thought that this was more enjoyable. This was more enjoyable, more fun from the first movie. And so I think that if you love the bad guys, if you enjoy the first one, you're going to enjoy the sequel. And I think this is a fun movie for the kids, for all families in general. And I think that I think a lot of animation movies right now, there's not a lot right now, you know what I mean, and this type of stuff, you know what I mean. I do think that they're killing it here this summer with the bad guys, you know what I mean. You had the bad guys come out. You had Elliot, which wasn't that great, which might be a little neat, but wasn't that great. Kind of felt kind of disappointed with Elliot. You guys saw my review for that, how kind of disappointed I was with this one. There's Elio, there's the bad guys too that just came out. There's other couple type of animated films, and I think of all the ones you should watch, I think this is one of them. You should go watch the bad guys. I think you're gonna have fun with your family or whoever you decide to go with. I think you're all gonna have fun with this movie. And so yeah, that's my review for the bad guys. Very enjoyable. Continuing from the first one, they did able to bring that enjoyment stuff that you enjoyed from the first one. They were able to enjoy it, bring it here. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the Bad Guys 2. The sequel to 2022 is the Bad Guys. Very enjoyable movie in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. Had fun with the sequel. Want to see more of these characters. I want to see more of this franchise. Hopefully we do get to see more. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.